Justin is here. Nachos is here. What are you both doing on your phones? Big Stan is here. Is your name Stan? I don't know. Interesting. Thank you for your question, Anthony. I won't be talking about that today. Your hair is getting so long, it looks great. Thank you. Yeah, it's growing fast. I have a story that I could actually tell about my hair. Earlier today, and there's like kind of, if you want there to be a deeper lesson, there could be a deeper lesson. So today during the day, I had my hair up in like 2 buns, one on each side right here. And I thought it looked very cute. I knew I would stream tonight, and I thought, let me maintain this hairstyle for the stream. I mean, you already kind of know part of the story because I don't have 2 buns right now. My hair is down. The hairstyle started to give me a headache, and I noticed the tension, I noticed the tightness, and my initial thought was to just go through it. Not that big of a deal. I can tolerate the pain, and the style looks cute. As soon as I heard that from within, I thought, that's the old way. I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to just go through this pain. Beauty doesn't have to be pain. Like, I don't have to have a hairstyle that's painful to my head. So I just took the rubber bands out and assumed that I would maybe put like a hat on or a headband or do like a different style. I looked in the mirror, because all of this happened away from the mirror. I looked in the mirror and I thought, wow, does that look cool? I feel like it's a little bit rock star-esque, like because there was a bun, these have like curls, and the deeper meaning that I'm choosing to see is that I would hope that this idea could show up in other areas of my life. Like, please help me to continue to have the awareness where I'm going through pain and struggle when I don't necessarily have to. Like, it would have been a choice to have a hairstyle that was like causing tension on my head, and I chose not to go through that. And my hair still looks great, which is really cool. Like, I just assumed that as soon as I got rid of the tight buns that it just wouldn't look as good, and it still does look good. So that was like a cool thing to go through. I got rid of an experience that was causing me physical pain and was blessed with something even better than what was causing me physical pain. So yeah, kind of meaningful. Kind of meaningful. Dan writes, it looks great. Been a while since you've worn it down in this long. Yeah, been a really long time since it's been this long for sure. I've been cutting it a lot, and don't really see myself cutting it anytime soon, but you never know. Yeah, I think this might be like the longest my hair has been since I ever live streamed. And I mean, it's curly too, so when it's straight, it's even longer. And this is my, this is like the hair that I have genetically. Look at how bouncy the curls are. Just kind of, I mean, they were in, the hair was in buns, so it just looks a little different, but it just naturally does those ringlets. Yeah. I see you writing take care. I hope you take care as well. Mike writes, love your hair. Thank you. Grace writes, you are so pretty. Thank you so much. Thanks. So yeah, let me know how everybody is doing. How's life going? Feel free to share anything you want to share. Have fun. This is your life. I mean, we share the moment together, but you have a part in your life that I'll never know the same way that you know it. No one else on the planet will ever know what it's like to be you. You're the one that knows it. What does getting pretty serious mean? Ooh, the movie Lucy, I I choose not to watch it again. I tried a few months ago to watch it and it's too violent. I'm not entertained by violence. I don't like to see it. So, um, but I have seen the full movie years ago when I wasn't kind of feeling the way I feel now about reality. But anyways, I like the end of that movie. But if you've only seen clips, I don't want to ruin the end. Bye, Nachos. Yeah, Starlight. Ariana Starlight. I'm blessed with that name. Bye. Have a good day. If anybody would like some messages from my tarot cards or my oracle cards, just let me know. I have all my cards next to me. You could ask a question or I could just pick. Oh, there's one deck that there's one deck that's not here that I have to get up to get, but just write your name in the chat if you'd like me to pick some cards for you. I pick cards to give people messages. I'll be right back. And you could say that they're from me or from the universe. Or from the creator of the cards. Happy birthday. Thanks. You say you love my channel, but I feel like this is your first time here. Which videos have you seen? Thanks. Would anybody like a message from my cards? Let me know. The card deck is called I Create My Reality. What I desire, which is aligned with my spirit, is already here. I can attract anything I desire into my life. Abundance is a state of mind. It already exists. Trust. Manifest what it is that you truly desire and allow the universe to deliver it to you. Say yes to your life. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to your potential. This 52 card set, full of wisdom, joy, and love, are messages from the universe to remind you about the secret power we all have. Believe in you, follow your truth, and be ready to see the miracles unfold right before your eyes. So just send your name in the chat and I'll pick a card for you. Allow me to do these card readings to bring love, joy, peace, abundance to the viewers of this video. And so it is. If you would like to receive a card and a message of love, joy, peace, and abundance, just send your name in the chat and I'll pick a card for you. Thank you for being here and I look forward. Okay, David. Yeah, let's only allow in love and goodness. David. Let's pick a card for David. Treetop. Okay. What can I tell David that will be helpful, inspiring, specifically to you? This card says, life is a gift, live in the present. Have you ever heard to name 5 things you see? 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things. This is always kind of hard because it's like noticing what you taste can be hard. But it's like noticing the 5 senses. So noticing what you see. I would do like 2 things or 1 things, but maybe 5 things you see. I'm like butchering this right now, but this is for David. Things you can see, things you can smell, things you can taste, things you can touch. So yeah. What is happening right now is happening for the ultimate good. I think if your mind is very active, David, you might benefit from like Me personally, I will visualize my energy going into my body, and maybe my energy is like in a past memory and it kind of feels like it's going away from me. I'll imagine it's getting out of that memory and going into my body. From my point of view, I don't think there's anything wrong with reviewing the past. Um, I've had my fair share of moments ruminating in what could have gone a different way, or just thinking about how things went and why they went that way. I think this card is just suggesting to you that you might enjoy taking some time away from that, balancing your focus a little bit, noticing how your body feels in the position you're in, noticing like when you're eating and drinking, just like feeling the food like in your mouth and really taking it in and being with yourself. You are awareness within a body for a reason, and to give up on your bodily presence can be miserable, mostly because I really don't know why it is that way, actually. I don't know why it is that way. From my point of view, I look forward to you having moments with yourself where you're like, oh, I know what this girl was talking about now. Like, I know what Ari was talking about. Like, food tastes so much better when I'm paying attention to the taste of it. And I can pay attention to what I'm listening to and like the sounds of nature, the sounds of life. It can feel really, really good to be in your body. And if you're struggling to experience your body or experience your five senses, I recommend reaching out to someone that can help you with that for sure. The card says to take 3 deep, slow breaths while you focus on the sensations of your body. Next, open your eyes and look around you. So we can literally do this right now. And after those 3 deep, slow breaths, notice if anything feels different. Has your perception changed? Trust that things are happening to you and around you are happening for the ultimate good. Accept changes that come and stay in flow with all that life presents you. Um, Mothy 44. I wasn't visualizing you guys. I was taking 3 deep breaths. Taking 3 deep, slow breaths. So, thank you, David, for asking for a reading. Hi, Roblox Calvin. Please, please let's just focus on love and goodness and the experiences that we like to have here. I'm really not sure what you're trying to do here, but it's all good. Yeah, you're welcome. Would you like another card? I'm glad you can see that here, Darth, for sure. For sure. You should be in a space where you feel safe. Especially, I mean, you're on the YouTube app right now. Like, you get to choose what you watch. So if what you're watching is bringing you a feeling that you enjoy and you like the stream of consciousness you're in, you like the vibe you're in, then yeah, that'd be great. I post 0 sexual content. That's not what I'm here to do. I don't do that type of stuff. Hi, Bailey. David, let me know if you would like another card. I have a different deck that I could pick a card from. I'm picking cards to give messages to people that find this live stream. If you would like a card, just send your name in the live stream chat. We don't have an abundance of people asking for cards, so David, if you would like a second card, just tell me and I'll pick another card for you. Yeah, I kind of feel like this deck will be a good one. Of course, but I don't want to be greedy. Well, you don't need to, just so everybody knows, I just put one YouTube user in a timeout for the message are seeming kind of like flirty. I just don't enjoy being flirted with here. I'm not here to date anybody, or like, I want to connect with people on a community level, not a sexual level or a relationship level. So if there's any energy like that, I'm just gonna block it or time it out. It's like not really my vibe. But let me pick another card for David. If anybody else would like to get a card reading, just send your name in the chat. Thank you. Pick another message for David. How can David find inner joy and inner peace at this time? Ooh, I picked this card. This is for David, once again. I say this with confidence, you would love journeying deeper into your mind, into your heart, just energetically with your awareness, being able to close your eyes in a room where you have solitude, maybe just having some music on or silence. Maybe at first it's scary or painful or hurtful, but you kind of move on from that energy and you get better and better at choosing what type of stream of consciousness you're going to choose, and then you have a lot more control over your body. You are in a period of transformation, so if you've been feeling like you're changing or transforming, then I just said you are in a period of transformation, so that's pretty wonderful for that resonating thing to be happening. Approach each challenge with awareness of the sacred, as it is fate who constructed your labyrinth. Gently follow the path that has been prepared for you, until you arrive at the center of freedom, where you will be released from what you have been worrying about. You are on the right path. Who you are and just the magic within your heart, it works. It works. Start to develop trust in your mind and in your heart. If you start to change your mind, and this is for David, if you start to notice the way you think, and you're like, oh, well, I can't trust that. If you can't trust your own thinking, adjust your thinking to a type of thinking that you can trust, okay? So, for example, if I was sitting here, let me use you as the example. So, let's say David is sitting at his desk and his brain is thinking, oh, I should go quit my job and just go to Aruba. And then, David also thinks, well, I'm not going to trust that thought. I'm not going to do what my brain is telling me to do because I want to have finances coming in, and this job is the only way that I know how my finances can come in. So I'm not going to quit my job and go to Aruba. That would be crazy. Don't say, oh, I can't trust my brain. I can't trust my brain. Just train your brain to think differently. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could trust your brain, if you could have an amazing relationship with your brain? So how do you train your brain? That's something I'm not a professional in, but I would look into neuroscience. Literally Google how to train your brain. There's a book you can read called Hardwiring Happiness. Reach out to the experts in brain transformation. Learn how to build a brain that you can trust. Your brain has a lot of different patterns within it. So if you start to work on the ways that you're thinking, you can experience a completely new brain. You can change your brain. All right. So you can change your brain because you can choose how you think. And the more often you choose how you think, the more the thinking that you're choosing will be a habit. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Benjamin will also have a card reading. Perfect. Dan is a superstar. Beautiful. So I'll give Dan a reading? Yes? Yeah, I'll give Dan a reading also. That's awesome. I love to have new members on my channel. That means I'm gonna make more money every month. That means I got more people engaged in my content. Pretty cool to grow a YouTube channel. Thank you, Dan. Anytime I feel unmotivated or things aren't going the way that I would expect them to go, I should just think of Dan. Dan's support, the fact that Dan likes my channel this much and believes in me is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so hi Elise. Thank you. Hi Alma. Thanks for saying hi. Freya's here. Hi, so I'm picking some cards, giving some messages. Benjamin is next, and then Dan is going to be after Benjamin. I just had a thought tell me, take your time, go slow. And I agreed with that thought. I said, that sounds nice. I am going to take my time. I am going to go slow. Where does that thought come from? That thought comes from my brain. I think that everything I'm aware of non-physically, I'm using my brain to detect that information. So whether it's, think of all the options of where I could be getting my information from, right? that information, we'll use this piece of information as an example, and this is for the collective right now. That piece of information, slow down, take your time. That could have been just a past idea. That could have been just my brain being aware of my body and being like, oh, my body wants me to slow down, and then the brain gives me the thought. That could be God, that could be higher self, that could be my angels, right? There's all these different possibilities of where the information comes from. But before the information can come from an angel or a god or a goddess or anything, it's in my brain, right? Like my brain is where I'm getting the information from. Like that's how I read the information. So I like to focus on that and the fact that if I am getting a message from an angel or a spirit, my human self could make a mistake in the way that I'm hearing it or the way that I'm receiving it. I always, in this time in my life, stay rooted in my body and stay rooted with what I've been experiencing. Earlier today, I was getting, well, I don't want to go on a ramble. I am going to do Benjamin's card reading, actually. But I just think it's important to, if you get an instinct or you get an idea, sit with it for a second. Sit with it for a second. I mean, maybe the idea says, act immediately, go fast. Why? I don't know. I like to question my own thoughts, question my own guidance that I'm getting, go a little slower. Maybe sometimes I feel like I gotta go a little faster. Let's see what the chat is saying. Aww, yay. We are superstars. Justin, hi Justin. All right, so Benjamin, can you just send another chat to let me know that you're here? It could be anything. I just want to make sure that you are here. Yes, okay, perfect. Okay, so the card I'm picking for you, this box is Namaste, Blessing and Divination cards. It's created by Tony. And there are 44 blessing and divination cards. Namaste is an ancient Sanskrit blessing, greeting, and salutation. It means I honor the spirit in you, which is also in me. So let's just honor the energy of humanity, both of us being humans at this time. And my intention is to pick the card that's going to resonate with Benjamin the most. The card that's going to make him go, wow, that's amazing. And as I'm saying that, I'm realizing I actually need a different deck for that, because as soon as I started to share that intention, I got a vision of this deck. So I'm going to use this deck here. Okay. I am sad. I see you. I see you. I love sadness. Sadness. I pray for you. All right, so this deck is called The Secret Language of Light. And we're picking a card for Benjamin. Experience the light of your soul. The impulse to create and energize peace, love, and fulfillment is alive within you. This glorious oracle works with the mysteries and secrets of the light to illuminate the rich possibility and potential inside of you, Benjamin. The light is a constant guide and support, and its language inspires, empowers, and activates your soul spark. Step into the wonder of the light through the inspired insight of Denise Jarve and the radiant artwork of Daniel B. Pullman to enliven the love, vision, and strength of your heart. Okay, okay. Let's get into the reading. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, soul writing. When's the last time you sat down to write with no time limit, and it's literally just like whatever words you're aware of, whatever words you could possibly think of, connect with? My intuition is telling me that it's not very likely that you've ever done this before. And I really hope that you will choose to do this sometime soon. Just noticing what is like present when you are just by yourself with a blank page. What will you possibly think of? What will you choose to write? The card says, you are the author of your story. Write one that inspires you, and don't let anyone else command the pen. Physical reality is temporary. It is forever changing from one moment to the next. Notice how many different memories you have and how you can choose which memory you'll focus on. You can choose the story you tell about your life. Things that happened in your past are done. What happens in your future is a blank canvas waiting for the artist to come along. Let go of justifying or analyzing the events that become your stories and lift yourself into a new way of seeing them. Imagine that you can just rise into a new way of looking at your life. Really beautiful. Don't stress. This card indicates that the stories you've been telling, any stories you've been telling that were causing you pain, they're melting away. You're doing everything you're meant to do. You are worthy and you are loved. And you are any other word that you decide that you are. You can judge yourself just as much as anyone else would have a judgment of you. So don't forget about your own voice. Don't forget about the things that you tell yourself. That's what you have control of at this time. Yes, yes, Benjamin, yes. You are welcome here. You are loved here. You are welcome here. You are loved here. You are welcome here. You are loved here. Calm down and let yourself be. Let yourself be whoever it is you want to be. You are good. You are loved. You are free. Yeah. I have a bonus card for Benjamin. Benjamin, are you still here? Benjamin, are you still here? Yes. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Earlier I brought the Namaste card deck out, and I do want to give you a card from that deck too. It's the blessing of thoughts that you love to think. Benjamin, you are capable of accessing any type of thought, any type of energy. Yes, thank you, James. So for Benjamin, I want to say You are able to be whoever you want to be. You are able to think however you want to think. Don't be discouraged by your mind running automatically. You can grow the skill of choosing to think what you want to think. You can make any story that you want to make. Every time you notice a thought that you're not enjoying crossing your mind, stop, recognize it, and just notice. I mean, it depends on what the thought is, but you can replace it with a thought that you do enjoy. So if I have a thought cross my mind that just says like, I am so ugly, I can notice that thought and be like, you know what, I would feel better if I was thinking that I'm beautiful and I was just like enjoying myself and not even noticing my appearance, but like the person I really want to be is thinking about the world and how beautiful the world is, and not even to be concerned with myself as much. The world is so beautiful. The world is so beautiful. And then that could be my new thing for the next week. Like anytime I have any thought about myself, I just put it out into the world. The world is so beautiful. The world is full of opportunities. I get to think whatever I want to think. You get to think whatever you want to think. Practice this until you find yourself experiencing a whole new mind. Okay? Okay. This is a blessing you give to yourself. And when you give this blessing to yourself, you're also giving this blessing to everyone around you, because you get to radiate this energy to others. So it's not selfish to observe your own brain and work on your own ways of thinking. This will lead you to a feeling of deep peace and content. I was literally put here in this moment to remind you that you're capable of feeling deep peace and content. If you've been wondering if you are able to like ever feel that way, like, will I ever feel deeply at peace? Yeah, you will. You're welcome. You're welcome. Benjamin thought my words were cool. My work here is done. You're welcome. Call me Ariana, or if you want to call me Ari, you can, up to you. But yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Randomly calling someone devilish is devilish. So I just don't want that person to be able to be writing that anymore. Hi, princess. I feel like you're taking, I feel like Darth is, I don't even want to, I don't want to engage with Darth. I don't want to. I don't want to. Please leave the live stream, leave the chat. The next reading is for Dan. I'm gonna take a few moments to just engage with the chat before I get into the next card reading. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I really hate banning people, but sometimes I choose to, because the comments are asking me to do things that I do not want to do. Yeah. Perfect. Aw. Wow, what an interesting vibe. I'm glad Dan is here. I think we'll just see if we can find. Just that feeling of, yes, there's a cat. There's a cat here. Un chat. That's French for cat. Daniel. I don't fix people or past situations. I appreciate your word choice though, and there's nothing wrong with it. I accept the situation, and that can be a journey. It might not happen in a moment. I feel like you're open to hearing what I'm saying, but like a little bit hesitant. Like, what does she mean, accept the situation? Yes, the situation sounds horrible. I agree. I would never want to go through something like that. Heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching. Do you want it to be heart-wrenching and gut-wrenching for the rest of your days though? You're asking me to fix it, yes? You can sit with the energy that you're in. Accept where you are, like what room you're in. Accept what you've been thinking about. Accept what you went through in the past. Just accepting it. And one thing that I can be grateful for is the fact that that situation isn't happening right now. Like, it's never gonna hurt the same way it hurt when you were going through it. You know what I mean? The moment when it happened, the moment when you went through it, it's not gonna feel like that now. Because now you're a version of yourself observing something that happened one day in your past. So my advice to you is sitting with your feelings, no distractions. Start with 2 minutes, work up to 3 minutes, work up to 5 minutes. After 5 minutes starts to feel nice, work up to 10 minutes. You'll start to love yourself again. You'll start to love your life again. You'll realize how many other things you can focus on. So again, sit with yourself. Start with 2 minutes. And remember, if 2 minutes feels treacherous, embarrassing, horrible, like too much, stop putting yourself in situations where it's too much, okay? Just because the lady on the live stream said 2 minutes, I gotta do 2 minutes. No. Trust your own body, trust your own heart. If 2 minutes is way too hard and way too much, just sit with yourself for 30 seconds. You want to enjoy spending time with yourself. You want to be with these feelings and go through your process of grieving the past relationship, grieving the fact that people related to would disrespect you this way. And the purpose of these moments with yourself is to be on the journey towards acceptance. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. From my human experience, fixing can be exhausting, and I believe that the human being is not something to fix, but something to love and nurture and take care of and watch carefully and really care for. So care for yourself and consider to start trying to accept the way you are and how your story of life has played out. Your experiences from the past are yours to decide what to do with. You could take this experience you had and make a song out of it. You could take the experience you had and put it in a box and never think about it again. You could take the experience you had and talk about it on a YouTube live stream and be like, how do I fix this? Which is what you chose to do with it. So I'm noticing you, and I'm noticing that you're taking this past experience. It seems to be causing you a level of suffering that is so great that you've decided to reach out to someone you've never met before and ask, like, what do I do with this? So bring it back to you and ask yourself, what do I want to do with this? And just be with that. Maybe the answer could be something violent and you don't want to actually act on it, but you can still love yourself and meet yourself. Like, all I want to do is punching my brother in the face, but I love and accept myself anyways. Like, that might be a place you're in one day. There's so many different places you can be in, but obviously you're on a journey and it's up to you how you want to navigate it. So I hope that taking some time, maybe putting that timer on to sit with your emotions and just be with yourself and notice yourself and acknowledging yourself, giving yourself some love and acceptance will get you through it. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Jamie. You're welcome, Daniel. You're welcome. Interesting question from Dan. And Daniel, you can answer that or not answer it, up to you. Thank you so much. You are a wonderful person. You're welcome. Honestly, I represent the part of you that wants you to have a life that you fully love. I represent the part of you that's like, yes, Daniel, we can get through this. I'm glad you're staying on this earth. I'm glad you're committed to being a version of yourself that gets through this, you know? Also, the other thing that I wanted to tell you about is called Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT for short. You can actually find it on YouTube. There's a man named Brad. I think his Brad Yates. He makes videos about this emotional freedom technique, and I like to use it to process my own emotions. And you know, I've been someone, I've felt many emotions in my life that I would like to change or have just a different emotion, and his work is really phenomenal. So I recommend finding him on YouTube and finding some of, you can even, so his videos have specific topics, so you could even find something related to what you've experienced to have it be more personalized. But yeah, it'll be really helpful. Yeah. So, hi everyone. I'm reading the chat, answering questions. Please do not flirt with me. If you want to date someone and flirt with someone, this isn't the place to do that. If you want me to pick some cards, I have all different types of cards here. That could be fun. My intention is to just share my presence, just be here with you for some moments of your life, creating community where we support each other, we have love and joy and abundance and peace. Lune! Lunay. Sorry, what are those cards about? What are the cards about? So, there's different decks that are about different things. So, I guess wait and see if someone says they want some cards picked, and I'll explain which deck I pick and what it's about, and then I'll pick a card for it. Does that sound good? I actually just realized that I might need a bathroom break. But I would love to pick some cards for Lunay. But if you say no, I will not pick cards for you. Yeah, and I can pick a card for you. Do I call you Alma? Yes. To respond to Harold, a person never needs a woman. A person needs food, water, breath, sunlight, shelter. A woman is a luxury. A woman is a gift, not a need. And if you go into a relationship thinking you need a woman, it could create some unhealthy attachments and could end badly. Yeah. Just get used to the feeling of like the blessing of a woman being there, and that she will eventually be there when the right person who loves you and accepts you and can have an incredible partnership with you is there. Okay, Alma and Lunay. Yay. Amazing. Amazing. I think almonds are okay, but not super into almonds. Interesting question. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. When I get back, I'm picking a card for Alma. I'm picking a card for Lunay. Dan, do you want me to just give you a reading in any moment? Nice. Okay. Thank you, Dan. I swear. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I have more things to say. Oh, cashews are really good. I still have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, guys. I have so much to say. I have to be back. Hold on. Lune is crying. I'm gonna start with Alma's reading. I was pondering and honestly just I need a new word for what I was doing. Bathing in the delight of the many ideas and stories of how my day has been going and the things I've been thinking of and just like leading up to this moment. Like I have so much that I could say, but I know I said I would pick. Oh, and that's a really good question from Bill. Oh, it's like I want to answer Bill's question. Um, Levi is here also asking a question. We got a reading for Lune coming up. We got a reading for Alma. So when I was thinking about Alma, I was thinking that if I didn't give Alma her card, like I was thinking if I went on that rant telling you all of my thoughts that I wanted to tell you before I do Alma's reading, before I do Lune's reading, Alma's gonna be impatient and Alma's gonna be overthinking about what this whole reading thing is all about. Alma, is that true? Is that true? Are you feeling like if I went on a 20-minute rant that had nothing to do with your reading and had everything to do with me, would you be upset? Would you be feeling impatient? That's what I said to myself. Let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. That is so me. Oh my gosh. Yes, okay. And so the other thing I want to ask you is why you're willing to say yes to getting a card even though you're sensing something kind of funky. Because my intuition is telling me that you get kind of a funky vibe from me and you're kind of uncertain, but you said, can I get a card? Anyway. And for that reason, I don't want to do your reading right away. I'd rather you watch me read for other people or like, I don't, so I appreciate that feeling of uncertainty that I feel like you had, and you can let me know if I was wrong. I appreciate that feeling of uncertainty that you had, and you know, when I have uncertainty, I pause, I get back into my body, I relax. It's okay. Alma does not need anything. This lady on the YouTube live stream can't tell Alma anything she couldn't already tell herself. Maybe I can access it easier because I'm outside of you, so you do get a different perspective when you get a note from, you know, someone reading you. I do notice that. As someone that I can read other people and then other people read me, but, you know, getting other people's points of view can be incredibly valuable. But yeah, when you ask for a card, when you want me to talk directly to you and I'm going to be in tune with you and I'm going to be picking up on what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you've gone through in your life, whether recent or far away, I want to be able, you know, to speak to you in a place where you feel safe and you feel certain of what you're doing and what you're getting into. You know, I want to create experiences for you where you feel completely safe. And feeling completely safe as someone that's felt unsafe for many, many years and you've practiced that, feeling completely safe for that person can feel unsafe. Isn't that super messed up, right? So let's meet each other where we are at and honor each other. And with that being said, Alma, I think your reading might be over. Do you have any specific questions? Alma writes, wow, so true. I'll be honest, I'm at a phase with connecting with people like this where I'm really playing. I feel like a child in that way where I'm not an expert at reading people. I don't think I am. Um, but I know I have this ability to pick up on what people are feeling and what people are thinking. I know that my brain can like access what people are going through, what they went through in the past. Like it's really, really cool. And I know for sure that I want to use, you know, myself, and I want to share what my brain can do and what I can think of and how you know I'm feeling the uncertainty coming from you, or even now I feel like you're much more relaxed than you were earlier. Still a little bit unsettled though, but I feel like that unsettled feeling is like something that visits you, you know, for most of your life. It's kind of been there for many lifetimes. But please don't trust me. Please don't trust every word I say 100%. Always ask yourself, like, is there a feeling of uncertainty there? Maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm completely certain that I'm a human being and I'm in this body. Maybe I'm completely certain that that there's a green leaf on this card. Thank you for your honesty, Alma. Thank you for your honesty. And thank you for confirming with me that I am in the right place. Oh, Dan, I love you and I love your intention, but please don't push anyone. I don't think you were pushing them, but I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, Ari. You're welcome. You're welcome. When I think about this deck that I have here, it's called I Create My Reality. I just think about artists. I think about people feeling inspired to share. Also, inspired and determined, because how hard is it to think of 52 different pictures and 52 different messages to go with the pictures? Like, Alma, you know how much effort it takes to like get a piece of art out into the world, or to just get an idea to exist. So the fact that this is a card deck and all these different pictures, all these different messages, like I really think about the people that wanted to make this and wanted to share this with us. So the card on top of the deck that was sitting here, this is called I Create My Reality. What I desire, which is aligned with my spirit, is already here. I can attract anything I desire into my life. Which, as I'm speaking, even as I say I create my reality, but let me just show you the card. The card says, I embrace my uniqueness. And I think I am resonating with this sentence as much as you are. Like, I'm unique in the way that I focus on Alma and I'm feeling happiness, honestly, and like a sense of peace that she hasn't felt like ever. Ever. And it's like that's so unique that I can do that, and that can happen. And if we're looking from the Christian perspective, of course, like it's God-given. Like it's not like something that I chose the first time I ever experienced it. What I will say is that I do choose to live stream. I do choose, but I think I do choose it with some sort of guidance. I'm not a Christian, but I just wanted to kind of bring that in there, that you could see it that way if you wanted to. I went to an art museum one time, and at the art museum, there was this really beautiful glass sphere. It was very large. Like standing next to it, it was like up to my chest, very large. And when I stood in one space and looked at the sphere, there were like colors of pink and red, and it would look a certain way. And then when I would move to another space, I could see green and blue, and it would look completely different. And next to this sphere was writing that really solidified something I had thought of before, that came from another creator. It actually came from a TikTok video that I watched before coming to the museum. But anyways, everyone's sitting in a different place. The space that I speak from is different than the space that you speak from. It's different from the space that Lune speaks from. It's different from the space that Levi speaks from. No, I do not design tarot cards. We have all these different spaces, and no one is wrong for how they are seeing things. Maybe Bob could come into this live stream and say, what Ari is saying is so annoying, I hate it. And then Elsa comes into the live stream and says, oh, this is so beautiful. I love Ari's live stream so much. Both of them are letting all of us know what they are experiencing. Alma, why is this turning into a speech? Do you give speeches? I know I give speeches. I'm a speaker. I love to speak, but this is a very I'm telling a story. I'm doing like what? But just, this isn't even specifically for Alma. This is me. Like, I'm literally like, yeah, I mean, maybe this is you too, Alma, but like, you can let me know what resonates. We are here on this planet to see. We are here on this planet to have a perception. Every single human being has a perception. And I am tired of not feeling like I can participate in society, or not feeling like I want to feel like I can share my voice. I want to feel like I get to share my opinion and my point of view wherever I go. So if I go somewhere and I can't share my point of view, if I go somewhere and I do share my point of view and the people say, I don't like your point of view, like, can you shut up? Like, can you stop? It's like, let me just go to a different place, right? And this doesn't apply to YouTube live stream, because there's a lot of different people that come in here, so I don't need to move. Just need to find the right people. Yeah. Embrace your uniqueness. Every single person has gifts. We all have our own life experiences, our own challenges, and our own reason to be on this planet. Don't feel shame for just existing and just being who you are. And if someone saw you and instilled shame in you, and all you were doing was existing, now is the time for you to exist. And for you to send yourself love for doing that. I can even do it for you today, Alma. I love that you exist. It's 5 a.m. in your region. You're awake. Whatever it is to you, that's what it's gonna be to me. You're kind of a sleepyhead, but you're also excited. I accept it and I love it. That could be you, like, all day. Just basking in love for you existing and you just being who you are. You're welcome. And see, like, I'll bring back the perspective thing. Do I think Jesus is the Savior? No. Music is the Savior. Well, I would never say the Savior, like meaning one and only Savior. Like, music can save you. Designing can save you. Like, there's so many, like, Jesus isn't the only way to feel love. Jesus isn't the only way to feel like you're being guided and you have a friend in your life. Can Jesus be an incredible friend to your life? Of course. And maybe to Levi, like, Jesus is the Savior. Like, that's Levi's reality. And I can respect that and I can see that. I think where I feel like the behavior is uncalled for and inappropriate is to shut down someone else finding love just because it's not in God, or to shut down someone else finding peace and finding spirituality just because it's not the same religion that you find that peace and that spirituality. It seems that God is in many different places, and it seems that life is free for you to decide what you want it to be. And if you want to believe in the stories that are told in certain religions, you can. Have fun with it, or don't. I'm pretty sure that music is the absolute savior. Oh my gosh. We're either really similar or it's just like... That's so funny. That's beautiful. And yeah, like, there could even be a perspective that says, well, Jesus made that music exist. It's coming from Jesus. Okay, beautiful, great. Like, that could be a perspective. And I don't think anyone would be wrong for what they're thinking. It's just that some of us might not want to think the same way that someone else is thinking. And that's okay. We all get to think the way that we want to think. And I hope that every single person here has a safe space where you can say what you truly think, you can say what you truly feel, while feeling completely safe at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. Well, in this moment, I want to say thank you to Alma. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your alignment with YouTube, and ask your body, what does the body need? Satisfy that need for yourself. And later, after a beautiful night's rest, maybe ask your brain what your brain needs. Ask your heart what your heart needs. Ask peace. How do I commune with you today? Ask passion. How do I have more of you in my life? I love to talk to the energies, the different energies. Poor sadness. I feel like sadness gets a lot of, how do I let you pass through me so that I'm not experiencing you any longer? Happiness is like, how can I get more of you? But the thing is, it's all energy. It's all energy. So if you can just notice all the energy you have and feel gratitude for it, that's a big shift. For sure. I respect all humans. That's beautiful. How do you show all humans that you respect them? beautiful. I'm glad you're here. I like this point of view. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh. So you got to like stand on my side of the sphere and you were like, I like this. That's one of the joys in my life. Just standing in my frame and sharing how I see myself, my world, my reality, putting it into words. Sometimes I put it into paintings, sometimes I put it into songs, but I put it out there and find out what people's reactions are, find out what people think of it. And to get the reaction, I like this point of view. That is a gift. Yes. Yes. Yeah. How do you know for sure how God sees us? How do you know how God sees us? How do you know that God sees us as all equal? Oh, that's cool, Michael. Mark, hi. I would love to be a professional model. I think that would be fun. I do like it when people take pictures of me. I have fun. I have fun with different like fashion and poses. Like some like avant-garde would be like cool. But no, just standing in front of my tripod in my bedroom for now. Or just asking my boyfriend to take a picture for me. That's about it. Thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of cool photos from the years. I'm sure I'll have many more really good ones. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get into that industry. If it's something where I'm like thriving, that'll be cool. Because he made us in his own image and likeness. Well, how do you know that he made us in his own image and likeness? Here we are. No, I'm not dating Eric. Lune is still here. Lune, it's time for your reading. It's time for your reading. I was just amazed because I pay attention to money. I'm interested in financial freedom. I'm interested in seeing the world. I consider being a flight attendant sometimes. I'm interested in traveling. I'm interested in living in like safe areas and being in communities where like I have this vision of where exactly I want to live, and like I hope that I can get there in a way where like my finances are good, you know what I mean? Because to choose where I want to live, my finances have to be like a match for the place I want to live in, right? And so the last number of streams, not I feel like I shouldn't get too into the past, but basically like the last many times I've been on live streams, the super chats have been maybe $0, $20. Like it's been, but it feels amazing to make money on YouTube. Like I love to have money come to me where I'm like, yeah, like I'm doing the things I want to do. I'm building this community. I'm passionate about sharing my voice. I'm passionate about being able to hear the perspectives of others, share my perspective. I'm on a journey right now of getting closer to the earth and like being pulled between like going somewhere where I can build a garden and be nurturing of my like mother earth, or like go somewhere where I can do the wildest passions that I want to do, like art or modeling or movie starring, like all these different dreams. And I'm like, I'm so thankful that I have the ability to document that and to just capture like what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. It's so fun. And so I came into this live stream thinking it's okay if I don't get paid to do this. I do this for other reasons other than the money part. Like, I like to see everybody, I like to cultivate connection with everybody, even if there's like zero super chats. Like, I still am experiencing other things other than that. And like, that was just kind of like my mindset, kind of soothing like financial anxiety and just like being in the moment and still being open to connect with people, and continuing to be that version of myself that puts presence first and puts I want to put caring about the earth first a little bit more. But then when I think about that, I think about the servers like that allow social media to exist, and my understanding of that is that they take up a lot of land. So I'm just like, how is this good for the earth? I don't know. Maybe more of us connecting is good, but it probably should be like in-person connections, right? So there's a lot of different possibilities. Lots of thoughts, lots of thinking. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I think I am too. What I focus on grows, and what I focus on tends to happen. Yeah, I can like write stories about what I would like to experience, and then time goes by and I can experience that. So I can just do more of that, get clear on what I want, and go in that way. Thank you, Lune. They are. So yeah, it was such an amazing blessing. Dan joined the membership. Honestly, yeah, I tried to get into reading the Bible. There was this one day that I read about Abraham picking up the sand and like saying, I'll have as many generations, a grain of sand, whatever. This was years ago. That day that I read that story, I met a man named Abraham, and he wanted to have tea with me. We had tea after the conversation was good. After we had tea, I was like, let's go walk in the park. We go walk in the park, and the dude literally knelt down, picked up some dirt in his hand, and started saying the same verses that I had read that day. So I said, I am putting this book down because this I don't want to live out the reality of the Bible. I don't know why my mind, I don't know what that is. Like, I focus on something and then it freaking happens. So I choose to be careful with what I focus on. I choose to be really stingy about it because it is literally my reality. I don't know if anybody else's reality is like that, but mine is. And that's not the only story I have of me focusing on something and then time passes and then it happens. That was a really fast one though. Like, literally happened that morning and then that afternoon. It was like crazy. I know, right? Focus on winning the lotto. Yeah, good idea. Just like see it in my mind, write about it, become obsessed with it, and then give you some money for for encouraging that idea, encouraging that reality. How much money you want, Timaru? Yeah, think about like, what would I do if I were to win the lotto? Oh, that was God's messenger? Was it really? Because he was kind of creepy. I didn't tell you everything that happened that day, but no, if God wants me to have new underwear, then yeah, that guy was totally God's messenger. But no, it was just confirmation that my brain is powerful, and what I choose to put focus and attention on can like mirror back to me in my reality later. So no, it was a person whose ideas of what they wanted to experience with me didn't align with what I wanted to experience with that new person. Yeah, after the park, he was like, "Can we go to the mall now?" And like told me what he wanted to do, and I was like, I just went home and never saw him again. So yeah, I thought it was just a new friend, not the kind of friend I wanted, and I was not the kind of friend that he wanted. We just didn't talk after that. Anyways, yes, I am an author. I'm a writer. I have a book that I recently published. It's not full of stories. It's actually more of like a self-help book. But no, that's an idea that I really don't. There are so many men on the planet, and I can meet men that match whatever I choose to believe. Alright, I'm gonna stop saying my nonsense. I'm gonna stop saying my stories. I know I don't have to get right into Lune's reading. So maybe I won't, because wow, what's your book's title? Lune, just let me know if there's ever a time where, like, I think we'll just flow into your reading naturally. I don't need to force it. The book is called Choose Your Life. Yeah, we vibing. Okay. No, I do not do shout outs. I'm just talking to everybody. I feel like when I shout people out, it makes it feel less like a conversation. So, I self-published the book. You can get it as a digital copy or a physical copy. And the book itself is an experience to find within your own mind and your own heart the clarity of what direction you want to go in your life next. So I'm going to be using it in my life very soon, because I've honestly had multiple different ideas of multiple different like timelines based on different choices, and I'm like, I need to like narrow it down and like pick one to focus on. Like, what am I manifesting next? What am I choosing for myself next? Like, so yeah, stability, clarity. It's a cool book. Message for Lune. I'm going to use my Divine Abundance Oracle cards. These are by Tasha Silver. Thank you everyone for all the chats and all the questions. So many people push towards their goals, chase the means to meet their needs, and yearn for an ever elusive feeling of security. Tasha Silver takes a radical new approach. Offer those desperate wishes and financial fears directly to the divine, whatever that means to you. This beautiful deck puts Tasha's teachings into practice with 52 quotes to help you reflect on your relationship to money, career, and abundance. Your own heart will guide you to the message you need that day, helping you receive and live these liberating concepts more completely. It was the way it's meant to be. Okay, so it's this one. Self-love. 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 Notice the times in your life where you chose to ignore your own inner world. You pushed it away because it was negative. You pushed it away because it was hard to listen to. Now is your time to listen to yourself. You've been on a journey of changing that behavior. You can listen to yourself fully. You don't always have to act on every idea you have. For example, you might have an idea and you might be able to hear it and see it. I need to sweep the floor. You might see a broom sweeping the floor. I can see a broom sweeping the floor right now. And I can hear, sweep the floor, sweep the floor. Wow. I'm having an aggressive thought. I'm having a commanding thought. I, as the brain, I, as the awareness, I don't talk to myself like that anymore. Maybe I did just a moment ago, but I'm changing the pattern now. I'm going to talk to my own brain. Brain, if you really want me to sweep the floor, which I understand that you do. I understand that you want a clean environment. Brain, but I will not be spoken to that way. My brain, hey brain, you're not going to talk to me that way anymore. Let me give you an example of what I would like my inner world to be. I would so enjoy to sweep the floor. And now is when I would need your input, Lune. Like, what do you want your own brain to sound like? Put a appropriate amount of time. This isn't something you would like quit a job to do. This isn't something that you would do all day, but just as you're navigating your day, taking just like literally 30 seconds to have that conversation with yourself. Maybe I spoke to myself in the past that way and it was okay. That's not the way I'm thinking anymore. And I would hope that your brain works the same way that mine does about this topic. My brain can literally, like I can literally tell my brain like, hey, I want to think about snacks for tomorrow's trip. Oranges, apple, I could cut up an apple, put it in a bag, granola bar. Oh, I also really like my brain is literally giving me information right now about what I asked it to think about. So remember that you can do that. Like I hope you have that ability too, because I know I do. I would hope that everybody here has that ability. Maybe it can grow stronger over time. The more often you're communicating with your own brain, the more often you're being in touch with your patterns, right? But like back to the whole sweep the floor thing, like you don't want to shut down the part of you that wants the floor to be clean. If you want, don't you want to nurture and appreciate that you like want to have a clean floor? Like I think that's a wonderful thing. It's just the delivery. It's the fact that the inner world sounds commanding and aggressive. And we don't need to get into why, because forget that, whatever. Focus on who you're becoming, and who you're becoming is a person whose inner world is so by design that it's so delightful. Like your mind is like a boutique where like you are the owner of the boutique. You decide what gets sold there. You decide what color the walls are. You have like an infinite budget for how you're going to design everything. Like that's how your mind is. Oh, that's crazy. I was literally sweeping the floor earlier. Wow. Wow. My brain is connected to foods. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, plus the imagination is infinite. That's a cool idea, like a house designer. Yeah. Design your inner world. Like it's a house that you own, like you have an infinite budget, like you could think any thought, like you could see any vision. I don't think it's true that Christ is the only one who saves or the only one that like assists humanity. I think there's a lot of different energy. I think you can save yourself. There are like so many different paths, and like if you want Jesus to be part of your journey, then that's beautiful and wonderful. But every single person in the world has the right to pick a different savior if they want to. The card that I picked says, I long to take care of myself like never before. So you could be on the path of taking care of yourself like never before. You're welcome. Yes, Jesus does say that. Yeah. I think it is harmful to be told to, like, I was born into a world of abundant possibility. And I know that going to church exposed me. Going to the church that I went to exposed me to energy that I needed to heal from. And I will not allow anybody to make this like a religious stream. This is not a religious place. It can be a spiritual place. It can be a place where people are free to share their opinions and their perspectives and their points of view in a way that still leaves space for other people to have a different point of view. Let me pick a card for Dan before Dan goes. Da-na-na-na-na. I see you, classic music. Classic music writes. I like that type of thinking. Cool. It feels nice to be appreciated. Thank you. Or just for the thinking that I'm choosing to be appreciated is cool. Yeah. I like that type of thinking too. I like religious beliefs that leave me open to be who I am in this moment and to love who I want to love, to listen to the music I want to listen to find out on my own what brings me experiences that I love and what brings me experiences that seem to be some kind of, something that I'm not as into, but I prefer myself to be like a blank space where I get to decide who I'm gonna be on my own. And if who I'm gonna be on my own is something that you don't approve of and you believe that God doesn't approve of, I mean, you're the one choosing to watch me and choosing to listen to me. So if you're listening to something that you think that God doesn't approve of, then wouldn't you just go? And if you are here and you're not worried about what God approves of, or you're just thinking for yourself, then this is your type of space. Sounds very selfish and self-fulfilling. Okay. I don't know how that could sound selfish, but it's my choice, my voice. um, yeah, like I imagine a bunch of people that say they're Christian, and like to those people, I would say, like, you chose an identity, that's the identity you're in. I also chose an identity, that's the identity I'm in. That's what I would say. I see you, Alma. I want to give a reading to Dan before I go, because I said I would give some messages to Dan. Dan just joined the membership tonight and gave a very awesome super chat. So yeah, let me see if there's anything that I can tell Dan today. Dan, we met months ago, and from my point of view, your energy has changed so much. It's much more pleasant to focus on you because I know that you are suffering less, and that does matter to me. I'm really excited to see where your love goes, meaning your love for life itself. Learning to love being in your body, learning to love using your hands to do the work that you do. I love that you're learning to love being a human. I see the love for your family growing, especially knowing that you'll be sharing Christmas with them. Like, I feel like that's something big to look forward to when I focus on your existence. I feel like you're excited about life, and that is really special. What else can I say? My intention is to give Dan a feeling of peace. All is well, I am well. My future is good, that I will spell. If you didn't like that rhyme, you can come up with your own anytime. I have an idea about you like making up some kind of rhyme to bring yourself an even greater feeling of peace than the peace that you can. Even like calling on the energy of peace, like energy of peace, put my mind at ease. I am alive in this body. I am important. I am a somebody. And it's true that you are important. You are important to your son. You are important to your wife. You are important to me. To anybody else watching, I mean, I've already been called selfish once, but I'm not telling Dan to just to be clear, like I'm saying to notice that, you know, you are important to me. Like I'm telling you this, and I know you're important to your son, of course. Just in a way of feeling that significance, the fact that, and in a way that's peaceful. Like I'm so grateful that my actions have an impact on others. Because when I have an impact on others, like I'm part of a community, I'm part of a family, going into that type of energy instead of the energy of like, oh my gosh, all my actions impact my son and all my actions impact my wife, like scrambling and creating that. You know how to regulating your nervous system, remembering the brain that you're designing and choosing for yourself, coming back into that state of peace. Like switching the perspective a little bit. Like, yes, you have an impact on your wife and your kids, and it's like a blessing. Oh, it's kind of interesting that I said kids. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to read this right now, but I'll just tell you another time. I don't want to say it in front of everybody. It's just a possibility, though. Possibility. But yeah, reading over, I don't have anything else to say in this setting, but I can say other things in other settings. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I am leaving to take a break because my body has to take a break for a sec. What's like a classy way? I'm looking for a classy way, like I need a break to use the restroom. I guess that's the classiest way. But I'll be back in a moment. But yes, that's the reading. That's the end. Just a possibility. Just a possibility. Aw, and Dan is important to Mark also. Honestly, Dan's one of my friends, and like I love Lune, I love Mark, I love Alma. I just met Alma today. I'm not in love with these people in a way where I want to have a romantic relationship with all of them, but it's like a type of love where I care about them. They're in my community. They connect with a lot of the thoughts and ideas that I have, and we share feelings with each other. We share real life stuff with each other. I've been friends with Dan for months, and we do have a pretty deep connection. So yeah, if you're sensing that relationship between me and Dan, then that's what you're picking up on. But I'm in a monogamous relationship. And people here are also in monogamous relationships, but we can still have like friendships, and we can still have communities that we go to. We lift each other up, we help each other out, we share knowledge, we share information. For sure, Eagles, thank you. That was beautiful. I think when my human life ends, all that will be left is the energy that I chose. We're all in this together, yeah. We're all facing very interesting opinions, and that's okay. It's okay. All right, once again, I will take a break for a moment. I'll be back. No, about the kids thing, I heard if you wanted to, you could, and you'd probably think about what you want and maybe decide that you just want to have one kid. But I just felt like you're at a time where, like, if you wanted to, you could, but maybe you end up deciding a family with one kid is more than enough. Hi Freya Sky. I I can't tune into that username. It's too graphic. Ooh. just I get the sense though that you know how much goes into it, like you know the effect it has on everybody, and you're ready to do it really like slowly and mindfully, you know. I guess, but I just I mean, no. I'm not bleeding. My body's fine. So that's like not my reality right now. My reality is health and safety, happiness, connection. Oh, I just remembered. Someone sent me a message that they want a reading. It's flowing as it should be. We've got a reading for a person. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ban you just because of your art. I can't deal with it. Like when I see the word chicken, I'm thinking about chicken. So I gotta keep that out of my energy. Nothing personal. Yeah, chicken, love, happiness, sunflowers, cute earrings, nice hair, bringing myself back to reality. Yeah, so I feel uncertain on if this next reading is for anonymous or if the anonymous person wants me to say their name. Like, I genuinely feel uncertain. Should I sort out this uncertainty on my own? Or will the person that messaged me about the card pull let me know what to do? No, this is honestly so annoying. I struggle with not knowing what to do, you know? I like certainty. No, you should go and start learning about day trading. That's horrible advice for someone like me, and you don't even know why because you don't know me. Hi, Josh. But Peter, honestly, you're a reminder to me to think a little bit deeper before you just give someone random advice. So if I've been doing that today, I sincerely apologize to everybody. I know like 1% of like what you know about you, so. Peter, you're doing a crummy job at reading me. I'm saying that with love. Okay. I don't even know if the person is still here or not. But let me just do what I want to do. I'm gonna use the I Create My Reality deck. I'll just pick a card, any card. It says, expand your life and your life expands. You have been given endless talents, which you begin to utilize today. You are anything you want to be starting right now. You were born with a full set of talents, gifts, characteristics, attributes. And what you want to be is what you are meant to be. Ooh. Unless like what you want to be seems kind of self-deprecating or hurtful, definitely examine that, you know? You know? I would say like what you want to be. I mean, what you feel is meant to be because like you're the author of your story. And that's why it's hard for me to get into some of this God stuff because it's like, God, oh, it's so meant to be because God said it's meant to be. Like, you're the one saying that God said it's meant to be. You're literally just projecting your own thoughts onto like this separate character because you're too afraid to admit that you think it's meant to be. I don't know. To know that God thinks something is to realize that I'm the one thinking it. Like, it's impossible to know what God is thinking without using your own brain to think. You're getting it like let's explore the idea that God is this like being, this source of energy that created the entire earth and all the people and all the animals. How do I know what that God wants? How does God speak through other people? God speaks through life events. What if it's just what those people want? What if it's just how life unfolded that day? So I pray to life a lot lately. And like I'm in this space, I'm not in a space where I'm like, God is not real, God does not exist. Like I'm not there. But I'm in this space where like I'm not 100% certain of what the creator of this universe looks like, sounds like, what their perception is, what their point of view is. Like I do not know it. And I don't know how I would find it out without my body and without my brain. And what am I supposed to do? Use my body as a channel? But I'm pretty sure in the Bible it says to not channel, so. I love thinking about the possibility of God and what God even is, yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have an open mind. I am not trying to preach anything. I'm putting information in your mind because your mind is on this. Like, you can change it if you don't want this information, right? Hi, Sulex. I hope I'm free to keep doing Ari. Yeah, it's a beautiful world I live in to be able to speak this freely and share this point of view. And to the person that this reading is meant for, the message is blank. The message is nothing. The message is create your own message. The message is say to yourself, the message is, and then just like notice what you're telling yourself. What kind of messages, what kind of information are you into at this time in your life? Make space for it, make time for it. Ooh, I think a cool challenge that I have an idea of is make a challenge for like 7 days. For the next 7 days. No, so like you don't have to do this. I'm not telling anybody to do this. I'm just translating a thought. For the next 7 days, I will tune into my own thinking and tune into my own creativity, more than I tune into the creativity of others. Because when we tune into the creativity of others, when we watch movies, when we listen to TikTok, when we read the Bible, when we read other books, when we listen to priests, when we, I mean, I shouldn't be putting listening to a priest in the same category of a movie, how degrading. That's not what I mean to do. I'm just saying that you, as the viewer, you're experiencing everybody else's brain, you're experiencing everybody else's feelings. So, what if you lived a life where you experienced your own thoughts and your own feelings more often? Maybe just for 7 days, like, I'm gonna experience my own thoughts and my own feelings and my own creativity more than I'm experiencing the creativity of others. It doesn't even have to be like a voice. Like, when I lay in bed, I'm experiencing someone else chose to manufacture the mattress. That's someone else's creativity. Where is yours? What is your talent? What is your gift? Thank you, Mark. I appreciate those words. Smitty, love yourself in a way that is not physical. Give yourself emotional love. Give yourself love with your thoughts and your words. Thanks, Dylan. Yeah, I like my teeth too. Yeah, imagine if you gave yourself time every day to just have thought conversations or let ideas flow to experience yourself. Yeah. Sometimes you can do that while you're doing other things too, but for me it's like super pleasurable to like have my I have an iPad that I like to type on the Magic Keyboard, and I think it's called Magic Keyboard for a reason. And I just have my blank page, and I just, only intention is just I wanna know you. I wanna know you. Ariana, let's go. I just let it out and then read it. And it's pretty fun. I learned stuff that I had no idea. I learned things that I did not know prior to doing that. It's like a cool activity. You're judging my vibes, Sulix? You think they're positive? I see your opinion. Thank you for sharing it. Really cool, yeah. What did I eat today? I'm just gonna keep that to myself. It's not relevant to this group. Thank you for being here, Joe. Okay, so the reading for Anonymous is complete. No, that's an opinion. That cannot be a fact. Because someone else could see the vibe and say negative, so it's not a fact. I don't think this is a positive vibe. I don't think it's a negative vibe either. Like, it's Ariana talking. It's not positive or negative to me. I have a different opinion than you. How old am I? How old is Ari? Guys, Ariana is infinite. When I leave this body, I'll go on and have more experiences. If you'd like to know how long my flesh has been decaying on this earth, that information is classified in this moment. But other people know because I've said so before another time. I just feel like being extra weird right now. Girl. Are you an alien? Yeah. How much can you bench? Humans are aliens. We're like a species inhabiting a planet, floating around in space. I think. No, thank you. I don't want to do what you're telling me to do, Olivia. How much can you bench? 20 pounds. You might not feel it, but your smile flips the whole vibe. Oh. Okay. Ew. Ew. Yeah, if you think this is gross, just stop looking at it. Oh, I'm gonna stop looking at it first. Your readings are hitting tonight, per usual. Yeah, I felt strong with the readings tonight. Like, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad we're cultivating an audience that I enjoy talking to. I know, yeah. I am weird, but I'm also on a journey of loving myself more, and I feel like I gotta stop calling myself weird. Like, to my brain, weird is an insult, you know? Like, weird means like it stands out, it's different, it's not like the others, it's not how things usually are. And I guess that is who I am. Maybe it's not that I stopped calling myself weird, but I just accept it and love it more. I don't think I'm a wonderful person. I think I'm learning how to love myself more. I'm a pretty honest person. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for the vibes, everyone, and thank you for the reading, Ari. Bye. Then what are you? Ooh, my favorite question. My favorite question. Well, I am a person that experienced suicidal ideation during elementary school. And that's something that makes me feel like I'm not a wonderful person, because if I was a wonderful person, I would have never even thought about like ending my own life, you know? And maybe it was just the environment, but you know, I try not to like blame other people, I guess. Yeah. Well, I guess I did help some people today, which is good. And I like helping people. I like doing these readings, and I've learned a lot of things during my journeys of life. Yeah, I'm okay. No, that was in elementary school. As you can see, I'm not in elementary school anymore. Yeah, I'm okay. True. Yeah, and I went through it, so I know what it's like. I don't have to. Thank you for your question, SK. I don't have to tell you that on YouTube Live. I chose to because it was on the top of my mind, and I do a lot of on the top of my mind, on my heart talking when I'm on YouTube. That's something I do. That's how I do my readings, actually. I just feel my heart, notice what I'm thinking about, tell everybody. It's a little too open, some people might think. But I think it's incredible. I think it's expressive. It's so freeing. I have boundaries. I have stories that I wouldn't tell on my YouTube channel, and I have stories that I do tell on my YouTube channel. So, yeah. Thank you. What are readings from a book? I don't really feel like answering that question right now. I'm at a point where I'd like to talk about other stuff. It's how society was meant to be. Oh, like meant to be able to share what's on our minds and what's on our hearts? Hello, how are you? Hello, surrounded by friends. Look at this. Look at this. Dan writing, it's how society, look at the chat. It's how society was meant to be. Surrounded by friends. Yes. I'm not here to talk about 401k, so I'll keep that information to myself. But thank you for your question anyways. What's your favorite childhood TV show? That's a sensitive topic for me, so I'm gonna keep that to myself also, but thank you for the question. Content creator, what's your message to new viewers? A lot of us are new here. Link, okay, I actually like 100,000% appreciate this question so much because I feel like it's really like opening up for multiple people. Like it's not something that just you want to know, but other people want to know this too. What is my message to new viewers? Oh my gosh, don't be afraid of me. I was gonna say I'm not creepy, but I feel like that's something a creepy person would say. I mean, you have every right to think whatever you want to think of me. If I ever think that your opinion is just a little bit too overwhelming and putting me in a place where I might be like hating myself, if I really think that about myself also, then that comment might be removed, timed out, blocked. I appreciate you being yourself, even if that means getting banned from my community. I guess I'm just addressing safety in the chat and like boundaries in the chat, but I really have a strong belief that when a person is doing what they truly want to do, they end up finding people that truly appreciate who they are in this moment. You know, just because I'm someone that's rambling on a YouTube live stream doesn't mean that's how I'll always show up in the world. I think that people put so much pressure on being something when really what I am is existence, and I'm existing as this character in your story, and you're existing as a character in my story, and we don't have to be so serious about who we are. I mean, we can have any attitude we want to have about who we are. There's a lot of freedom here. What's your message to new viewers? I think I kind of covered that and then started going off. But I can feel you pulling me back to focus. So what's the core of your videos? Yes, the core of my videos is presence, existence. Hi, Jamie. Oh, I'm giving you, in my mind, I'm giving you a hug. I think that your crying is beautiful, and I think that if you feel like you need to cry a lot, it's okay. And if you feel angry, it's okay. It's beautiful how you feel, and however you feel about your grandma passing away, it just shows the impact that she had on you and what she meant to you. I could see you writing about it. I could see you appreciating, like a future version of you appreciating who you were during this time that you were grieving your grandmother. Getting really creative. Dakota, the answer is no. Thank you for your chat. Ooh, walkie-talkie, I disagree. We could get into that deeper, but I totally disagree. Honestly, like, to call someone batshit crazy is absolutely disgusting. I know at the inside, like, just being a human is absolutely magnificent, and it's just so uncalled for to call any person on the earth batshit crazy or stupid or dumb like, we're all valuable, we're all smart, we're all existing in different environments that have an effect on us, and I don't know, we can't take these words too personally either, because obviously your environment is such a way that leads to you seeing me through the lens that I appear to be batshit crazy. And in that case, I feel incredibly sorrowful for your situation, because to see me that way, I don't know what you are going through, and I'm closed off to finding out. Solix writes, Ari. Hi, Solix. What stuns me most is how you turned such a dark chapter into light. Keep using that strength to inspire. Yeah. Honestly, like, that runs in my family. We're good at that. We're really good at that. Thank you, Walkie Talkie. Yeah, my I see you, Link 1111. Learning the lesson of I get to just be the unique puzzle piece and like enjoy that journey. So like that has a really big impact. Never forget how powerful that survival is. Yeah. Thank you, Levi. I'm seeing you a whole different way. This is to Levi. I see you a whole different way than I did a while ago. Honestly, I think religious trauma fell off of me like during the time that I've been sitting here. It's just there's something about this space. I don't like feeling fear, and Red Reels profile picture scares me. So I'm just gonna like not look at that. I'm on the internet and this is my YouTube channel, so I do get to choose, and I really hope you don't take my actions personally, but that was a scary picture. I like to feel peace, love, joy, abundance, safety here. And I know I can feel that way because I've been feeling that way. So, yeah. Yeah, just change it. I mean, you can keep it. You could keep it and just comment on other videos. Up to you. Mhm. I see you, Dan. Yeah, I hear you. I don't carry it with me anymore. Yeah. No, but back to the whole survival thing. My grandmother experienced rape at prom and became pregnant with my mother. And my mother had incredible beliefs that she was not valuable. I mean, the my grandmother ended up marrying her rapist, and my grandfather, which he passed away, and like I can feel his presence, and he was not he did not have the ability to, I mean, it's unimaginable pain that my mother went through, and she is incredible for being able to transform her self-image to see that she is smart and to believe in herself. And I mean, she was put down so much by her family, and she still created an incredible life for herself. And just that, all when Sulik said like survive, things about surviving and everything, like yeah. And it was really confusing for me growing up. Thank you, Link 1111. Hi, Dawn. um yeah, in my early 20s I was realizing all of this, and I was in despair about it. Um, it was like it was like it was like there was this area that just had like a blanket, and it just looked like a comfy blanket, and it was just like that's all I could see as a kid. And then I get older, and then I just like go through all this stuff, and then it's just like the blanket is lifted up, and it's like, whoa, like I didn't even know life could be like that. Like, you know, there's a time for all of us where we don't know what rape is. We don't know what pain is yet. Like, there's a time before all of that that I think I used to be very hard on myself and hate myself in a way where I felt stupid for not knowing that the world, or just not knowing that life experiences could be harmful, could be hurtful. Like, but I mean, but now I know, I define my experience, and I choose what experience I bring in, and I know there's people listening here, people that have very different lives than me. So I want to speak about love and joy and abundance and gratitude. And part of the reason why I might appear to be so positive, like my stream of consciousness appears to be positive, is because I believe that what a person focuses on, what a person puts time into, becomes that person's life experiences. And I want you to have life experiences that you love going through, and to have a life experience that you love going through. My belief is that you must transform what you choose to focus on. And so I could become a person whose narrative is, I have loved every experience of my life, but to do that, I would lie to myself. So I try something a little more truthful. I have had experiences that were painful to go through, but I know that in this moment, I sit in the land of possibility. And in the land of possibility, the language is focus. And it is my belief that if I choose to focus on the experiences I want to have, not saying I can never bring up my trauma, not saying I can never bring up an unfortunate situation, but I can never do that without intention. And I can never do that mindlessly. And if I want to bring up something that I went through, I'm going to bring it up with a strong intention. A strong intention to, in this moment, in reference to what I've done today and what I've spoken about on this live stream, to connect with Solix's statement that I am a survivor, and to show you my roots, and to show you what my grandmother has gone through, what my mother has gone through, and what I have gone through. Not all of it, just a piece of it. To show you I know some kind of suffering also. When's the last time I thought of that suffering? Probably 2 weeks ago. It's not something I regularly think about. It's not something I regularly focus on. Not because I'm pushing it away, but because I'm ruminating in my joy now. Through self-reflection, I've realized I'm very good at ruminating. I'm very good at finding an experience and playing it over and over and over again until I can totally understand it, until I can see it very clearly, until I can understand it very clearly. So I choose to ruminate on the experiences that answer the question, what life experience could I give myself if it could happen after I snap my fingers? What life experience would I give myself if it could happen after I snap my fingers? And I pick an experience that I know would thrill me. I pick an experience that I know would be incredibly peaceful. And I find those experiences and I put energy into them. And I balance putting energy into possibilities as much as I put energy into my reality. I know myself, you know yourself. You know what you need to put energy into. You know what you want to put energy into. Hopefully, you know what kind of person you want to be on the planet. Hopefully, you have some words, some kind of statement that you can repeat to yourself, like my statement lately. And this is also incredibly vulnerable, but my statement is, I want to be someone that prioritizes the earth more. Like, that's a part of my personality that I'm interested in right now, like the earth lover. Like, it's kind of like an archetype, like the person that's really considerate of planet Earth. Like, I'm strengthening that right now, and I'm opening up to that. The brain has something inside of it called RAS. It stands for reticulatory activating system. I might have said that wrong. I'm regurgitating information that I've learned from people that talk about the brain. So it's basically the brain is going to focus on what you tell it to focus on. So an example that I hear often is about a red car. If I'm looking for a red car, all of a sudden I see more red cars because the brain has this ability to zero in on what is relevant to itself. So if it's relevant to myself to love the earth and to be more conscious of how I use my energy and how much plastic am I throwing away. If you use plastic water bottles, I'm an affiliate for a company that makes water filters. You could even get a new water pitcher to use less plastic water bottles. But Now I'm projecting onto you because I don't know if you're a person that wants to take better care of the earth, but I know that that's like what I'm on right now. And there's nothing wrong with not being on that. I'm just expressing what I'm on right now. I'm on this earth lover thing where I'm like, I want to be better to the earth, and that's what I want to do. And so what I'm doing right now is exercising my right to choose my own life, which is something I'm really passionate about right now. My most recent creation that I put out into the world is an experience called Choose Your Life. It's a book with guided journal prompts. Yeah, I don't think so, Derek. I don't think so. I think we all examine our lives, don't we? And we're examining the lives of each other. We are. Yeah. Trauma may echo, but your choice to shine today breaks the cycle. Yeah. I really feel that my choice to share the story breaks the cycle too. And we appreciate your topics as you express with us. Aww. And I need to feel that, right? Because, I need to feel that. Feel what it feels like to be surrounded by people that appreciate the topics that you choose to express. Like no one forced me to come here and do this today. This was not an obligation. This is something I chose to do, and people appreciate my choice. But what a cool thing to pause and like go deeper into. And so I used to be someone that I would think about experiences that were incredibly emotionally painful, and I would go deeper into those because I don't know, I thought that was a way to heal. I thought that life would get better if I just spent more time understanding those experiences. And now I'm like, who would I be if I spent more time understanding my most joyful experiences? Like, what if I continued to pause with that comment from Link 1111? And we appreciate your topics as you express with us. I've never talked Link 1111. This is the first live stream where we've ever chatted. And you already are appreciating my choices. Someone appreciates my choices. And I'm redirecting my brain away from comparing this time to other times where my choices were not appreciated. Right? If I wasn't in front of you, I wouldn't even speak this. I would have moved on so fast that I don't even talk about it. But because I think this could be valuable to you and to moving your relationship with your brain into a place that is enjoyable, I'm saying this in case anybody's on a similar path, and I want to let you know about this cool turn I can take. I'm appreciated in this moment. Let me understand that. Let me go deeper into that. Let me ruminate on that feeling. What do I feel? And I don't have to hide when I'm enjoying. I can let my loud emotions be free. Yeah, I enjoy these chats. I enjoy what we talk about here. I know I can enjoy what we talk about here even more. Yeah, for sure. I enjoy what we talk about. I enjoy what I talk about. I get to enjoy what I talk about. I get to purposely, I have the free will to purposely pick topics that I like to talk about. I could say words that only I like to say on purpose. Thank you, Sulix. I feel it. I feel it. Hi, Gary. I'm not here to find a man. I'm not here to date. I'm here cultivating community. I'm here having honest chats, sharing my thoughts, sharing my feelings. I'm not sharing any sexual energy in this space at all. Like, that's not happening here. Um, I'm here to talk about things that I want to talk about. I'm here to share words that I want to share. I want to talk about love. When I look into my heart, there is so much of it. And I just want to share it with all that exists. It's all good. Thank you, Stuart. We're all just people. No, no medicine. I get to say the words that I want to say. So I see from within with imagination. I see a memory. I watched. Oh my gosh, what if? No, I'm getting a really cool stream of consciousness. What if everything you've ever seen and everything you've ever heard, including the stuff you see on your phone and the stuff you hear from your phone, what if all of that lived inside your being and had influence on your actions and your choices in the world? Would you be more careful of what you choose to see? Would you be more careful of what you choose to watch? What if every piece of content you consume had some sort of impact on the person that you choose to become? What would you choose to watch? What would you choose to see? Who do you want to be? Who are you in the process of becoming? Who are you in the process of becoming? Levi, I see you. Thank you for, you didn't have to answer the question, but you did answer it. And how does listening to my speech today bring you closer to becoming a married man? Like, are you committed to becoming that version of yourself? Are you obsessed with it? Or are you like more lax about it? It happens when it happens. Whatever. I don't have to put that much effort into it. I am not Jewish. I am existence. It is an unusual experience. He is relaxed and committed. For once, can the way that I describe myself be like correct? I just feel like it's disrespectful. I mean, I get it. You are much more than existence, but like I'm kind of like taking that as like disrespectful because it's like I told you that I am existence and you said I'm more than existence, and it just makes me feel like what I said was wrong or like incorrect. Infinity, you made me laugh. Yeah, I choose friendship. I choose online community. Yeah, no, I'm not a Jew, and you don't have a right to tell me that I am one, because that's not true. But I'm not Jewish. Star family. Thank you all so much for being here. The live stream ends with a profound question, as I would like it to usually. Hi. Okay, I see you. You meant zero disrespect. I see that. And I hear that. But I felt it that way. And of course, I'm the one that has control over my feelings, but I don't know why I felt it that way. It's just like, I think there's a part of my psyche that's just like, can it just be appreciated just as it is? Tired of anything else, you know? Good night, Dan. I didn't even know you were still here. Congratulations to Dan. He's a new member of my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel has a membership. Congratulations. He also sent $49.99 super chat, so he was feeling abundant and he was doing what he wanted to do, and I'm grateful for it. So whatever it is that inspires you to contribute to this YouTube channel. Thank you for seeing it that way, and I hope the way you see it is like the reality of what it is. Oh my gosh, TMI, Levi, TMI. Good night. Thank you. I loved your reading. That was so fun. Okay, so my profound question of the night is a question that I suggest, if you are to answer it, I suggest you give yourself a page of your journal, an entire page, so that you can ramble, as I have done to you. Ramble to yourself. Allow yourself to be aware of the version of you that is inside your body, experiencing your life. You are not just the external, you are the internal. And I invite you to listen. Not to me, to you. I invite you to listen to you, to understand the energy behind your choices, to understand the energy choosing your life for you. It's in you. The question is, do you like your life? Do you like your life? I'm gonna write it down myself because I want to do this too. I've never done this question. I'm gonna go to my journal, have a blank page. Yeah. Feedback from the audience. Someone was thinking, this is gonna stir some shit up. I heard that. And you know, I never know for sure if it's really one of you thinking that, but that's what I heard. And maybe it was me. Maybe I was thinking that. Who knows? Well, I should know, right? Discernment. Hello. But yeah, do you like your life? I'm gonna take my journal, the one that I want to use for this, and just give myself a full page, maybe even 2 pages. And I want to get that feedback. I want to get that feedback from my mind, my heart, my body. It's so important. It's so wonderful. And I like my life more and more the more I listen to myself. So, yeah. You do not need a wife. You need food, you need water. Did I do this with you already, Levi? Or was it another man here? If you go into a situation needing another person, you're going to create a relationship dynamic that is painful for either one of you or both of you, or maybe you both will enjoy needing each other, but it's not true that you need a person. It's not the truth. You could survive without a wife. You would be okay. A wife is a luxury, a wife is a gift. A wife would enhance your life, probably, according to your perception. You said you need her, so yeah. That's a really good suggestion. Talk about relationships next time. I can. That's a good option. Walkie Talkie's got an opinion on this topic. I see you. Thank you, Infinity. Thank you for respecting that the stream is ending soon. Have a good night, everyone. I love those words. That's like, to me, that means Infinity wants everyone to have a good night. Like, slow down and notice that. There's a very kind person. Like, we don't know what this person looks like. We don't know what this person's like legal government name is. Like, we don't know very much about this person. This person doesn't know very much about us. But they're writing, of all the things they could possibly write, have a good night, everyone. It could just be a habit, Or it could be a very meaningful, well thought out collection of words like, have a good night. Infinity wants all of us to prosper. Infinity wants all of us to thrive. Infinity wants all of us. Well, how do you want us to feel, Infinity? Could you, so I don't speak for you. Infinity, how do you want the people that can read your words, what feelings do you want them to be able to experience in their lifetime? Let us know. Let us know. Aw. Okay. Stuart. I appreciate you appreciating that part of me. Yeah. I just want everyone to feel happy and be themselves. Do you guys see this? Put this in your worldview. Next time you think about the planet, next time you think about the world, I invite you to remember there is a person that is alive on the planet with me. I know for a fact there is a person alive on this planet that wants me to feel happiness. I'd love to share how I want you guys to be. I don't even want you guys, I want you guys to be, period. And feel the emotion that seems to be the emotion you choose. Yeah. And look at this. More words from another person. Life is precious. There's a person alive on the planet with me that thinks life is precious. I cherish it daily and aim for good deeds. Look, there's a person aiming for good deeds. There's a person on the planet. They're alive with you. And they are aiming for good deeds. Don't tell my friend Infinity to slow down. Infinity vibes at infinity speed. I'm not here to police anyone. No police. No policing. I'm policing the policing. Let's just have some moments where we don't all need to be anything different than who we are. We don't need to command each other. Let's have some moments together where everything we're doing yes. Ah, if I don't know who I am, I know that I am someone that is thinking. I don't know who I am. That's a thought. I don't know who I am. What if I break that cycle and trade it in for something else, like I choose a different thought. What if instead I choose I am open to understanding who I am? And now you become, from being a person that is thinking, I don't know who I am, you've become a person that is thinking, I am open to understanding who I am. And as you are open to understanding who you are, as I am open to understanding who I am, I realize I am a person choosing to think. And I am saying what I am thinking. Is that who I am? I mean, it's up for debate. It's up for debate because it is an action, right? Thinking is an action, speaking is an action. Is who I am connected to what I do? No worries, Stuart. Keep policing. Go on. Don't do what I said to do. Aww. Sulex, I think that what you write is so beautiful. Literally warms my heart while reading it. And anybody could have a God moment like that. Anybody could have a God moment. God says, be who you want to be. I mean, I listened to a space super high above my head, and I'm thinking that could be where God talks from. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think the creator of all things would talk to me. I think the creator of all things would blow wind my way or send me beautiful paints, buy me new canvases. The creator of all things shows up in subtle ways that sometimes I'm too busy to notice. The creator of all things, I imagine, has great love and great despair, equal despair. Conflicting emotions. Crazy ideas. Wild ideas. And who am I to sit here and judge God? How sinful of me. I'm sorry I examined you. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to be honest about how you think. That's what I say to myself. I can be honest about how I think, and I'm afraid to ponder God publicly because last time I openly and publicly spoke about God, I got in trouble. And deep down, I get afraid that that's gonna happen again. I hate getting in trouble. We're all children on the inside, right? So I have knowledge of that memory, and I think in this moment I could let it go, you know? I don't have a teacher in the room telling me that I need to have a parent-teacher conference because the school isn't religious and can't be talking like that here. I'm in a new environment. This is one way that I change my behaviors. I must remind myself I'm in a new environment. The people that reacted to my behavior in the past are not like there are new people here that will react to my behavior differently, and if I'm trying to avoid a certain reaction, I'll be living in a cage that I manufactured myself. So I must, obviously safety is a priority. Like obviously I want myself to be safe. But I know that it's still safe to talk about God. Allah, creator, the Hindu gods. And I'm sensitive. I can sense the energy in the room. I can let myself be myself though. For sure. Be honest about what's going on in my mind. Be honest about what's going on in my heart. That doesn't mean I share every single thing that goes on in my... That doesn't mean I'm vocally expressing every single thing I think or every single thing I feel. No. It just means I'm not editing it to avoid you being mad at me. You can get mad at me. You can be upset with me. You can tell me, you can't talk like that here. But you could also tell me, you're an inspiration. You could also tell me, yes, 100%. And if I stopped myself from speaking the way that scares me, this moment would never exist. I used to be so afraid of myself. I used to be so afraid of my own thoughts because my own thoughts got me into so much trouble when I was younger. Because I wasn't allowed to be speaking the way I wanted to speak. But hey, that's in the past. I can speak the way I want to speak right now. And I'm assuming you can too. Maybe your body has a response to it at first. Warm up to yourself again. We don't have to be slaves to the past. We don't have to, like, as the awareness occupying the body, we can see ourselves from a higher perspective. Let the awareness rise above the body and witness, whoa, you're literally just a bag of patterns. You're literally holding on to experiences. Let them go. Awake to the experience you're having in this moment. We're talking to someone that, we're connecting with someone that sees my speech as eloquent. To be capable of hearing someone speak and recognize it as eloquent, you must have some beauty in your mind, like to even see it that way, right? We're finding this gem of a person, this person that can notice that the trees sparkle like I can. I'm being reminded of this great transformation I experienced. When I first moved into the house I live in, I saw the neighborhood to be a jail. That's what I saw. Today, I saw the neighborhood, it didn't even pop into my mind, that other perspective, at all. Today, I saw the neighborhood beautiful. And then I thought to myself, something I've heard another person say, which I heard someone say, actually, I have it written. It's written on my wall over here. Hold on. I'll read the exact words. All of life is exactly how you think or consider it is. All of life is exactly how you think or consider it is. Did you hear that? All of life is exactly how you think or consider it is. These are words from Trish Duggan. Trish Duggan. All of life is how you think or consider it is. So in one moment of my life, I was thinking that the neighborhood looks like a jail. But then, I realized how I felt when I thought that, and I was like, this is not healthy for me to see it this way. Like, of all the possible ways that I could see it, I'm gonna see it as like an organized system. Like, I used to think about that and think like, well, everybody has their house and everybody has their own space, and I used to think to myself a lot of things that made me feel really miserable. And Trish says all of life is exactly how we think or consider it is. You do not need me. You need water. You need food. You need to take care of yourself. All of life is exactly how you think or consider it is. So when I was viewing my neighborhood today, and I noticed that I saw it as beautiful, I mean, I don't really accept the meaning that I appreciate your comment, um, but like you're just adding more meaning to something that I've already processed, so it doesn't really resonate. And I don't even know if you wanted to hear that, but I said it. Um, but no, I genuinely was thinking how beautiful it is, and what I know is that the change in thinking was my choice. How does it affect me if I think, honestly, if I think a neighborhood kind of looks like a jail, like I could get creative and like draw what would look like not a jail. And I have a good idea of what that is actually. And I could get it out and put my focus on it so that I end up there at a time in my life, right? But it has no use for me to stay stuck on it. But I do like that I did think that way at one point. Yeah, it would be less jail-like if there were like restaurants, shops, more community spaces between the homes. Because I like to feel the community gathering. I don't like to feel the isolation that homes all being together in a huge area. Yes, I am an artist. I am not transgender. I don't see any gray bars. Yeah, I know. I don't want to get into why I see it that way. And I'm sure, it's not complete isolation, like people commune in the houses. It's probably just not the environment that matches my personality to a T, you know? I'm still in my 20s, still learning more. I'll find a place that fits me to a T. I'll gather all the resources so I can afford the place that fits me to a T, because I know that I love luxury and I'm recovering from being ashamed of that, but I love cleanliness and interesting design. I like uniqueness also, and seeing the houses all lined up where they all look exactly the same, it bugs me. But to someone else, they might see the houses all lined up looking the same, and it gives them peace, or they like it. But I like neighborhoods where like all the houses look, they all have their own like unique look and like different colors and like. I don't know how it feels to be a man. I'm a female. So my first medium is life. My life is a work of art. My other medium is poetry, writing, storytelling, acrylic on canvas. I express emotions. I express dreams, past experiences, visions. I express light, energy, love. I see your comment, Sulix. Beautiful. I hope I am not greedy. I think I am very generous, and in the past I've been generous to like too much. There should be a word for that too. I guess like people pleasing is kind of a word for it. But I like to manifest having a good balance between, you know, what I take for myself and what I give to others. Thank you for your comment, Lou. Why are you so unhappy? Why is that what you see when you look at me and hear me? You hear unhappiness, you see unhappiness? It's interesting. You can explain more about that. Aw, Laya. Leia? Layah? What does Layah stand for? I'm curious. I like your profile picture too. My inner being is a work of art. How do I know for sure that I'm not some kind of cosmic divine being that designed my own physicality? Star family. Someone wrote long live the patriarchy and they got blocked so fast. I've never banned anyone so fast ever before. Bye, Sulix. I love classical music. Um, Marola, I see your question. I'm just gonna not talk about that topic. It's like a time of pain. Don't want to talk about it or think about it. Let's bring up like love and peace and joy and abundance and all that. Honestly, I probably do need to eat more protein. Thank you. I probably do. When I did what? Wait, when I did the ballet thing? When I did a pirouette? Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, that was like the time of my life. Wow. I didn't remember you, I'll be honest. That's just amazing that you were there for that though. That was all my desires come to be my reality. That's so incredible. Shyla. What? Thank you for doing what you want to do. Oh, yeah. Um, I mean, if people are choosing a robot to be a companion instead of a human being, I would say less babies, probably. I'm not really interested in talking about stuff like that, though, because it seems hurtful. Like, I feel I feel annoyed thinking about that because who am I to predict the direction that the earth and the world and the people on it are going to go into? I think it's like stupid to put energy into what we're going to collectively experience. Why not just focus on what your individual self is going to experience? Like, plan out your day, plan out your week, plan out a beautiful, wonderful trip that you're going to go on. Forget about the reality of stuff you can't control and just this like devastation that people might be experiencing because it's too big and you could never act in a way that could change it on your own. Now, if like robot companions is really your passion and you're going to put more than 100% of your focus and attention on addressing that issue and going into that, then yeah, discuss it, be into it, learn about it. But I think, from my point of view, people succeed when they hyperfixate on stuff that they have a lot of control of and like stuff that they're involved in. Like, I focus on choosing my life experiences. Well, I've told myself that my purpose is to have fun and enjoy life. So that's part of it too. I like pour into that. And focusing on the robotic companion thing, it's not fun or enjoyable, so. Mm. I trust people. I trust that there are people that would handle it way better than I would. Because do you see what kind of energy I'm in when I'm into it? And like, I spoke about my traumas tonight. Like, you know my mentality. Like, I probably need to like choose what I focus on purpose to protect my own existence, to protect my own life. Thank you, Shyla. I don't feel like advertising dental products. But if you really needed to know what products I use, I might end up telling you. I don't know though, because I feel like me wanting to have some kind of effect on the breakdown of relationships, like, I think that's crossing a boundary a little bit. Like, everyone has a right to create their own relationships. I wouldn't concern myself with, like, unless maybe if I was a relationship therapist, or it's just like not relevant to my field. And I can't focus on anything. Like, I can't put that type of pressure on my brain. No need to apologize though. Like, I appreciate being able to like naturally and honestly react. And I'm sorry if I sounded kind of like angry. I think that was just protective energy, you know, like protecting my energy, like almost like there's this like mom with me, like, don't give this girl another problem to try to fix. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. Dude, yeah, that would be cool, Edward. That would be really cool. All right. I need to step off the stage. You have been an absolute joy in my life. Whenever we connect again, may it be absolutely magical and beneficial to both of our well-being on this planet. Good luck with your endeavors. Right back at you, Lou. Please never apologize for whenever you show up. You are here at the perfect time. You are here at the perfect time. I'm sorry you would ever call yourself late. It's always on time. Link. I don't want to answer that question right now because I'm tired. It's an interesting question, but my dude, I'm logging off. If you remember it next time I'm streaming, that would be cool. I'm glad I got to meet you. I'm glad I got to meet all of you. Thanks for coming to my live stream. I love speaking. I love streaming. Lately, yes, Stuart. Yeah. Was that meant to be deep? Because I'm taking that in like a deep way. Like, you're saying keep exploring other things that you could do? Is that what you're saying? But yeah, I love my life while I'm live streaming. I love talking to everybody. I have a vision of holding a microphone, and there's multiple microphones in the room, and there's multiple people in the room, and there's this beautiful stage, beautiful room, and like we all get to talk like live, like it's an event. It'd be so cool. And look at you getting the free version. Stuart, you lost me there. You lost me with that one. I don't really like where you're going with it either. Where I'm going, I could be weak if I wanted to. It's easy, easy street. Chill, fun, just being myself. Having a bunch of good days. I got it. I'm choosing my life. Erase, cancel, delete. Anything Stuart is projecting onto me. With love. With love. I hope you don't take it personal. Just because you suffered through some years of your life doesn't mean that that's what's ahead for me, my brother. Now you know some of my smartness. Now you can see some of it. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Yeah. Like, there can be a baby born tomorrow. That baby's life is just full of love. The only time they experience suffering is like watching a movie of someone else having it. Like, there are communities like that. Like, there are places in the world like that. And it's interesting. Oh, people on this planet get upset about people like having parents that support them financially, people having like a life full of peace, and they're like, you know, war is a real thing and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but isn't that what everybody's working towards anyways? Like, why don't we just celebrate like the super privileged people that like their life is so easy and they have bidets in their bathroom and they have whatever kind of luxury that people are jealous of. They have it. Like, good for them. Like, them and the people before them did whatever they did to get there. Who cares? Like, none of my business. Like, great. Like, wonderful. And that's enough time for me looking at someone else. I'm gonna get back to what I know and do what I can to make my life feel the way I want it to feel. And I don't want to spend it comparing people or bashing what other people have. Like, everyone has what they have in this moment, and I have so much control over what I'm going to have and what I'm going to experience when I stop looking outward so much and like balance how much I'm looking inward with how much I'm looking outward, how much I'm looking at what other people are doing and what other people have, and tune back into what I can do and what I have. It's incredible. It's incredible what you can do when you are your own best friend, when you're obsessed with your own brain to the point that you think about the possibilities that you're excited to experience and that you love to experience. And you train yourself to be the version of yourself that aligns with the life that you would create for yourself if you could just create it in a snap. Which, like, that's a question that can really get it out, is like, if you could snap your fingers right now and have any experience you think of, what experience would you want to think of? I believe that thinking of the experiences that we want can help us to have those experiences faster than a version of ourself that chooses not to think of that experience at all. Now is the time for last words. I'm gonna turn off my camera to encourage me to actually end the stream sometime, because I've been saying I need to end it for a while now. I gotta work on my boundaries. Whenever I get to connect with you guys, I really just like want to stay in it as long as possible. I'm working on it. I'm working on enjoying this less. I'm just kidding. No. This was like really, 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 really cool. Great conversation. I got to use my voice a lot, obviously. It's my YouTube channel, it's my live stream. Thank you everybody that always reminds me of that also. Like, I have needed to be reminded that. But yeah, now's the time for last words. I really am gonna press end on this stream. All I am saying is you can always choose your reactions, but don't fake them, feel them. I mean, I just did what you told me to do, and I was mad because I'm not doing what I want to do. I have trauma from like sexual assault, so I'm still working on not being angry when people tell me what to do and I do what they tell me to do. One thing is that experience and that trait I have can be enjoyable sometimes. For example, like I'm self-employed. I really cannot stand having a boss. It just triggers me so much. I used to, oh my gosh, you guys are keeping me here. But no, it's me. It's me choosing to be here. Right? And even if someone tells me what to do, it's just a suggestion. And I'm the one choosing to do what they tell me. It's just a suggestion. Yeah. I'm literally doing therapy on myself to cope through that, you know? But yeah. Thank you, Moo Moo. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Stuart. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything bad. I'm just expressing my consciousness and one thing I decide to do is I am mindful whenever I have an idea of something that I think might like improve someone else's life experiences. I just say like, I invite you, like, I invite you to choose your reactions. Well, you did say you can always choose your reactions. You can always choose your reactions. Yeah, it's totally on me. I'm like taking it the way I took it. You can always choose your reactions. You can always choose the position your body is resting in. You can always choose what you're looking at. You can always choose what you're focusing on. Yeah. And yeah, I look forward to the day that that past experience comes to my mind less, you know? For sure. For sure. And I don't know if anybody's like relating to me right now at all, but yeah. I look forward to being able to talk on YouTube again. Thank you for listening. Yeah. I hear you, Stuart. I wish all good for you, that you would have it be. That's beautiful. Yeah. I really wish that experience never happened in the past. I would be a totally different person. Does everybody have an experience like that though? Like, obviously I'm not gonna do this tonight because my voice is super tired, my body's super tired. Like, I am gonna end the stream, but like another time it might be cool to like tell the whole story of what happened. Maybe with the intention of like spreading awareness of consent. It's an interesting story. Thank you, Link. Thank you, Dawn. Easy time. Just remembering a tough time during an easy time. I appreciate it, Stuart. Maybe we could work together sometime. I'm super intuitive. We could talk more about some of the things I could do. I've always been curious about like connecting to detective work with the abilities I have. Like one time when I couldn't find my car keys, I like pretended my car keys could talk to me, and then I heard my car keys say, "They're in the closet." And then I went in the closet and they were there. Which that probably sounds crazy, but like experiences, that experience and like some other ones I've had, I'm like, I wonder how I could serve humanity with like helping out with like situations where I have the abilities that could really help, you know? It's kind of interesting. Wait, like, yeah, I know. For sure, you're so right, Link. Link, you're right. Dawn, you're sounding ominous, and I'm like not okay with it. Like, why would you even open my mind up to that? No, Link, that thank you for saying that. That like you just gave me motivation to talk about it. Okay. Live stream over. Also in the future, please encourage me to end the stream sooner because my voice does get tired, and like sometimes I have to take like a full 2 days of not talking to like so I can have like pain-free speech. It's like I don't know, but I think I spent too much time talking tonight. Like I'm having like my vocal muscles hurt. Thank you, Link. Thank you, guys. I gotta make changes and I gotta do the best I can. Connect again whenever it's the best experience. Please have the most beautiful dreams.